Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Today we're talking all about getting started with presentations inside of Canva. My name's Darren, I'm a Canva verified expert. Let's dive straight into Canva and get started straight away because I know there's so much to cover off. So to get started with any presentation inside of Canva on the homepage, if you just click this icon here that says presentations, and there are a couple of different presentations, mobile first and different sizes, but 16 by 9 is kind of the standard presentation size that you want to start. Now I know what you're thinking. We're thinking, well, I don't want to start off with a blank presentation, Darren. I want to start off with a template, and we will come on to that. And I'm also going to show you some tips and tricks on how you can pick different pages from different templates to suit your presentation. So let's get back into Canva and have a look. So to get started with a template, you can just click the design menu here, and then you've got the templates option. This juiced one is one that I've used recently, but you've also got all these other templates that you can choose from down here, and also you have got the option of magic templates or magic Canva templates. Can't remember the exact phrase that I'm supposed to use there, Canva, so I'm sorry if you're watching this, but we've got magic templates for presentations inside of Canva as well, and we can see that that's a possibility because we've got this little magnifying glass up here which has got the sparkles next to it, and if we use 5 or more words to describe something, then that's going to give us a magic presentation. And you've got some options here. It does suggest some options here: design and energy and renewable resources presentation, or a vision deck for my interior business. Let's click my vision deck for interior business, and you can see magic design has gone away, and you can see the magic design options here. If you click see all on the side here, that's going to show you all of the magic design options, and each of these is 7 pages long. As you can see, as you hover over these, you've got 7 pages to choose from, and you can look further into them. You can either hover over and it will scroll, or you can click further into it and it's going to give you a kind of an overview of what each page looks like. Now you can just click apply all 7 pages, and I'll show you the example of that, and that's going to apply all 7 pages here to your design. You can see you've now got at the bottom of the design window here, you've got all 7 pages from that design. But let's go back, let's have a look at say we've got this one and you preferred the milestones journey of this one because there's no milestones journey in the design presentation that you've got down here. You can just click on the milestones of our journey, click on that, and it will replace the page that you're on, or you can just click on a new page and click on the actual page, and that will then add it to the end there. Now it is really important to remember that each page you are adding to your template or to your presentation design doesn't have to stay exactly like that. We're going to be able to change the colors, we're going to be able to change the fonts, the actual text. Anything on the page, you're going to be able to change it and update it like you would with any design inside of Canva. Now, these are pages that we've added from Magic Design, which is great. We can just click go back on this, and let's say we want to pick another template that we've got here. If you click on the template, you can see those design pages, and also you can then say, well, actually, I want this page here on that page, and you can see where I've selected the other page, it's going to say, do you want to add this as a new page or do you want to replace the current page? So we're going to click add a new page, and you can see it adds that page into there inside your presentation inside of Canva. So now we've looked at how you can add pages from templates into your designs and replace those pages. Let's have a look at adding blank pages into your design. So let's say there's something specific you want to add into a design, but you want to start off with a blank page. Let's dive into Canva and show you exactly how to add a blank presentation page to your design. First option is on the bottom of the timeline here. The last page is always going to be this grayed out option, and if you hover over that, that's actually just going to say add a page. It's really good. You can just click on that and that's going to add a blank page. The next option is to come down on the timeline here and just click on add the page. Now this is very similar to the video option that we have last week that I showed you on that video, but you can just come down here and add a page. If you click add a page, you can see it's added a blank page. And the third option to add a page is to press the command key and press enter, and that's then going to add in a blank page. If you're on a Windows machine, it's the Alt key. It's the one next to the spacebar basically. I use a Mac, but it's the one next to the spacebar on the left hand side. If you press that and hit enter, that's going to then add a new page. Next, let's have a look at how you can actually delete pages from your design inside of Canva. You might have duplicated something, it might be a page that you've added in error or anything else like that. It's really easy to delete a page from a presentation inside of Canva. The two ways that you can delete a page are, first of all, if you highlight it and click the delete key, you can it just does what it says on the tin. It deletes the page. The other option is to click on the three dots and click delete page, and that's then going to delete the pages for you. That's how you can delete a page if you don't want it. It's just make sure it's highlighted, hit delete, or press on the three dots and choose the delete option. Now this page here where we've got this creative flow and more process, let's say we wanted more steps in this and we wanted to carry on to a second page. What if we wanted to we've created the design we want and we want to just duplicate it but change the text on it? It's really easy to do. You can just press the Command or the Alt key on a Windows and press the D key, and that's then going to duplicate the page for you. The other option again is to click on the three dots and choose the duplicate page. Now you'll notice when I've got the menu up here that there are other keyboard shortcuts that you can press or choose from. I do have a full list of keyboard shortcuts over on my website, Better Content Creators. Check that out. There's also a 45-day trial of Canva Pro, so you can try out some of the Canva Pro features. I'll put all the links down below in the description for you, but let's get back into creating presentations inside of Canva. The next thing you're going to want to do if you're wanting to create a presentation is actually apply your brand colors. Canva make this so easy. It might be that you've added pages from different templates, or you've added other elements in there that you want. It's always best to make sure that you, first of all, before you apply your brand colors to your design, to make sure that you're kind of like finished with the design, because it's going to make it a lot easier to apply your brand colors. You're going to come over, click on brand. They've changed it to just brand, and you can see where I've now got my brand kit set up in here. You can see you've got the option, or you will have the option to choose the colors. So if I'm just clicking on the first page, you're going to click shuffle, okay, and that's going to apply those brand colors. Now you can see this particular one looks like it's actually got a image, so I'm going to attach that image from the background because I can't actually change the colors on that image. And this is one of the things to be wary of when you're actually using templates inside of Canva, because I'm going to click delete on that. Now I've deleted that because we couldn't change the colors on it. Going to come over, click shuffle, and you can see each time I click shuffle, it's going to apply different color branding. And you'll notice now we've clicked on the colors option here, I can now apply that to all pages. So once I click on that, you'll notice down the bottom here, all these pages where the color can be changed, it will be changed. So I'll click apply to all pages, and you can see there are most of those pages do have that brand kit color now applied. The key thing here to go into is go in and find any kind of like elements that you want, like this. So if you want to apply your brand kit to this is just a square box. The best thing you can do, if you want a gradient on there, come over to elements, pick on shapes, and then you're going to click and drag your square. So say you still wanted this on here, but you wanted it to be more of your brand colors. You've added that on there. You can now come in and apply your brand colors. So let's say I wanted a blue one. If you wanted to apply a gradient to that, you can come over, you can click on the option here. That's going to then apply that brand color for you, and then you can choose gradients, and you can choose all different kinds of gradients and to choose the two different colors. Again, I wish you could choose from the brand kit on here, but helpfully there is the eye picker tool, and you can just click on that, or you can type in the actual color code down here of your brand kit, and you can see now I've applied that. It's actually provided the gradient similar to what we had before with the pastel colors, but the other one wasn't changeable. And again, if this isn't quite what you want and you want it to be different, you come over and you can click the different styles of gradient that you can actually apply to a design like this. So again, just to reiterate, the best thing to do is to make sure your presentation is complete, or as complete as can be, and you've added all the pages that you want in order to be able to apply your brand kit. It's going to save you so much time because it's going to apply your brand kit to all those pages once you click that apply to all pages button inside of Canva. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. Check out the links down below in the description. There's a 45-day trial of Canva, and also channel members right now get early access to any of my videos up and coming up to a week in advance. So do check out channel memberships. It's as little as £2.99 a month, and I'll always prioritize any questions that channel members have. So if you have any questions on presentations or how to do anything in Canva, drop me a link down below, and if you're a channel member, I'll actually come back to you most of the time with an actual separate video answering your question or helping you further with your question. Let's get back into it and have a further look at presentations inside of Canva. Now, there are a couple of things that are really helpful to add to your presentations. I'm just going to click add a new page down in the middle here, and we're going to start off with a blank page, just because I want to show you some of these useful features that you might want to add to your presentations inside of Canva. So I'm going to come over to the apps, and inside the apps, there's the charts option. Now, it's not a presentation really without a chart, and Canva make it so easy to add in your charts. There are all these different options here that you can choose from: bar charts, line charts. Also, they've got a new interactive charts, which are really helpful, and you can also choose from different infographics. Again, to see all of the options, you can click see all from the side over here. Again, on the infographics, there are more options. You can click see all, and then these are interactive. You can choose from different presentation options or different icon options. You can change the number of items that you want and the number of filled items and any spacing as well. So you can change all of these items. So if you wanted it to be about the number of water that you can average people drink on a daily basis, and you can change that. And also up here, you can change what the different colors are between the filled option and the non-filled option inside of the charts. So if you go back to the charts there, I'm going to click on the charts. There's also interactive charts that you can add, and these are really fun because they're actually a video. So I'm just going to duplicate the page. 1 second, let's duplicate that page. Let's delete the rainwater there. You can see this option is actually an interactive chart, and to actually edit the data, you can just click on edit at the side up there, and this is going to allow you to add some really fun elements to your designs and your presentations inside of Canva. But one key thing we need to do: how do we now present this? Let's dive in and take a look at how we present our new presentation that we've designed inside of Canva. Now, when it comes to presenting, there are a few different options on here. We just click on present, and this gives us these 4 different options. And I'm going to show you what each of these 4 different options, when it comes to presenting inside of Canva or using Canva, will actually give you. Now, first of all, present full screen. This is really handy if you're just using, say, a laptop or a computer screen and you want to present to that actual screen. This is just going to go full screen without being able to see anything else on there. But that's generally not how you do it. You're normally presenting to a second screen, or even to a projector or something else like that that other people are going to be able to see. And that's where you want to go to presenter view. Now, when you go to presenter view, let me just show you. If I click presenter view and click present, okay, we can see, well, one thing you can't see on my second screen that I've got here, that's going to be just the presentation. However, the screen that you're seeing is the presenter's screen, and you can swap these between each one. So as a presenter, this is where I can see all of my magic keyboard shortcuts. I can share the remote, so you can share that and then actually control your presentation from your mobile phone or something like that. You can set in a timer, okay, and you can change this. You can just overtype that timer, and you've also got other options where you can hide the cursor, start autoplay. Okay, I'm going to click cancel on that. Oh, the other thing on that presenter mode is you'll see that you've got the option to add notes on here. So this is where you can actually see any notes that you have added to your presentations. But where do you add those notes? Let's go back and let me show you. Okay, you'll see down in the bottom corner here, there's the option to add notes. And this is exactly where you will add your notes. You can actually title your pages, or you can say beginner opening. Okay, and you might want to say on this page, you want to say stats from Q1 or whatever it is you're presenting on. Okay, we can see now, if I go back to present and this presenter view, you can see once we've clicked on this, those notes have now appeared under the notes here. And if you click on the first one, you can say it has beginner opening. You might want to put something in there that is, you know, a funny opening, something that's going to break the ice for your presentation, or something really important that you have some vague information on your presentation, but you want to actually remember some other stats that people might ask you about. So you can actually put all of that inside of your notes section there. The other option here is the Canva Live option. Now this allows your audience to actually interact with you directly, and I'm going to come on to that more towards the end when it come onto some other tips and tricks for presenting using Canva. The next option that you have inside of the present mode here is present and record. This is really good if you want to record a presentation and then send that on to somebody for viewing at their own leisure. So let's say you want to talk about the presentation or whatever it is that you're showing on there. If you click on the next option, you can then click record yourself, go to recording studio, and because I'm already recording here, I don't know if this is going to work, but yeah, you can see this has got my phone camera on here. So I've been able to connect to my mobile phone, and it's also got my MacBook microphone on there. So you can then just click start recording. I'm just going to go back to editing. Okay, and that'll have disconnected that hopefully. And then once you've recorded it, you get presented with a link that you can then share to somebody, or you can download it and upload that to a web page, or send that as a separate recording as an MP4 file to somebody else. The fourth option that we have under present is autoplay. And this is really good. Say you've got a promotions board or something like that, a digital promotions board that you've got in a restaurant, for example, or you're at a conference and you want a particular set of slides to continuously loop and play. You can actually just click on autoplay, and each slide will be present for however long it says here. So this page 1 will be present for 5 seconds. If there's information on there that you want to extend or show for longer, you can actually just extend this all the way up to 30 seconds. And you can choose to apply to all pages. So if I change all pages to 8 seconds, apply to all pages, okay, you can see now whenever you click on any of the other pages that it's actually got those at 8.5 seconds. And change that back down to 5 seconds and apply to all pages, and then you can see now those are all 5 seconds long. A couple of key things when you come into presentations is to make sure that the text is readable on the screen. Make sure the text isn't too small. Think about how far away your audience are going to be and how small or how much text is actually on the screen. It's best to have minimal text on there and to make it visually appealing to your audience. So do make sure you don't overload your audience with too much text on one screen on your presentation. And you can see these are a really good example, because if the text on these was a lot smaller, or there was say 10 steps inside of there, it'd look a lot, you know, it's too much information to take on. And do remember that you can actually add your notes in here, and where you're talking about your target audience, your concepts and experiments, your failures and amends or your final thoughts, whatever it is, whichever one of these stages you're talking about, remember you can actually add your notes in there so that when you're in presenter view, you can actually see those notes that you've got in there. Really, really helpful. And the other thing as well, you can add animations onto your presentations. I've done a couple of videos recently on animations and on video, and I will link those down below and also at the end of this video as well for you. So do have a play about with adding animations, but do keep animations to a minimum. Too much animations on a page is going to be overwhelming for your audience. They're there to be at a presentation. Keep it lighthearted, keep it entertaining. Speaking of lighthearted and entertaining, when you come over to present and you go to presenter view, you'll notice that there are a bunch of keyboard shortcuts. Whenever you press any of these keyboards options here, so you've got B, Q, O, C, D, U, M and X, clears everything, you can just click on any of these. So say we're on here and you want to do a mic drop, then you can do. Let's say you want to blur it out, you can do, and 0 is all sorts of bubbles. Don't know why you'd want that. And then just remember X will clear the screen for you and stop any of those options. With those keyboard shortcuts, do keep an eye on those around about things like Halloween and Christmas and things like that, because they do sometimes sneak some new little animations in there just for the holidays, which can be really fun and add a little bit of something extra to your presentations. Now, if you need some help getting started with editing and designing inside of Canva, I'm creating a whole series over here that will help you with your getting started using Canva options. Or you can check out this video here, which is going to help you add a little bit more pizzazz, and check out the animations that you can use inside of Canva. And until next time, thank you very much and bye for now.